if we've learned anything, it's that you can make your plans and then God laughs and he makes his plans. But I want to live a very full life. I want to live a life that is in alignment with my values, and the best version of me leaves the house every now and then. Now, I know that sounds excessive and expensive, and you're right, but hear me out. I don't need to be the skinniest. I don't need to be the leanest. I just need to have that healthy girl glow to me. So I am starting to record right now because I have the cutest puppy in the world, and I want to make sure that I make the most of my evening today after work. So I'm bringing you along with me to be my accountability buddy to make sure that I, one, finish up my steps. I have gotten 8,000 steps already, so we're in a decent spot with that. Mishkwa. Woof, woof. Mishkwa's asking for his dinner. It is his dinner time, so I can't make this too long. But yeah, we're gonna spend the evening together to make sure I get the rest of my steps. I need to do some cleaning. I really don't want to do any cleaning. I really don't want to clean, but I know I need to. And also we're going to make sure that I want my butt in the way. We're also going to make sure that I don't eat every dessert in the house, which actually we don't have any desserts in the house because I've already eaten all the desserts in the house. So I'm planning on having a Ninja Creamy or a yogurt bowl tonight. Maybe both. We'll see how I feel because it's not even 6 o'clock and I already had dinner. I had dinner at 4 o'clock because I was starving. I need to start adding in a healthy snack, but I'm literally hungry for dinner at 4 p.m. So maybe I just am meant to have an early dinner and then I'm meant to have 2 post-dinner snacks. One being a yogurt bowl and one being a Ninja Creamy, maybe. So first things first, feed the puppy and then we'll see what I get up to. So next up on the agenda was going to be walking the dog, but this is what happens when I ask him if he wants to go for a walk. Hey Mishkwa, do you want to go for a walk, buddy? Do you want to go for a walk? I'm going to take that as a no. So I just got super excited because I started walking towards the treadmill, which is near our back door, and Mishkwa got up. So I was like, yes. I was like, Mishkwa, does this mean you want to go on a walk with me? Literally when I said, do you want to go on a walk? He laid back down. He just wanted to go in the backyard. It's hilarious. When Louie's out of town, which Louie's out of town right now, he doesn't want to go on walks with me. Mom's not good enough. It's funny in the mornings if I try to take him on a walk and Louie's in the house, or if Louie tries to take him on a walk and I'm in the house, he won't go. He needs us to go as a family. But when I'm out of town, he has no problem just walking with Dad. So I think someone picked a favorite. Is this the truth? Do you have anything to say about that? So this just means that in order to get my steps in for the night, I'm going to have to do laps around the house again or get on the treadmill. But I'm going to be reading this book, which is called Roar by Stacey Sims. ChatGPT told me to read it because I was kind of struggling with the whole macro tracking thing and feeling, okay, I'm trying to track my macros, looking and feeling worse than I did beforehand. Unsure if I needed more calories, less calories, all of that stuff. So this is the book that was recommended to me because apparently it just talks about how, her whole key phrase is women are not small men, which I've already known that's true. But yeah, it's the subline of the book is match your food and your fitness to your unique female physiology for optimum performance, great health, and a strong body for life. And that's what I want. I want to focus more on being strong and healthy than being small and looking my best. Because I think you can look your best and not be healthy, but you can't be your healthiest and not look your best, Because I just want to glow. I don't need to be the skinniest. I don't need to be the leanest. I just need to have that healthy girl glow to me. So that is the next goal for this phase of life. And yeah, I've been at my 12,000 steps every single day. So I'm going to get this walk-in on and we'll chat in a little bit. With my laps, and Mishka is sitting on the bench. I moseyed around enough in my backyard where I'm at 11,000 steps. So not too shabby. It means I still have 1,000 left to get. But I think I want to eat my yogurt bowl. I'm going to make my yogurt bowl and then I'm going to finish up the last 1,000 steps because, blood sugar, it's good to do a digestion walk, all that jazz. But while I was walking, I was looking at apartments because, as you know, Louie and I have been just thinking all sorts of things about like where we want to live, long-term, short-term, all of the things. And long-term, we've been going back and forth. Do we want to stay in this country? Do we want to move back to Australia, which is where Louie's from? But we're not 100% sure if we're going to be going to Australia. So I feel like if we've learned anything, it's that you can make your plans and then God laughs and he makes his plans. So the biggest thing that I want to make sure we do not
not do is we live our life in a waiting season, kind of just say, we're just going to survive this season. And then when we move to Australia, we'll really be living. No, I want to make sure that we do not do that. So we've been talking about a couple different options for what we want to do for this next Mishkwa optimization season. If you haven't watched my other vlogs, basically that is the season where Mishkwa is just going to get to live his best thriving life. So Mishkwa swims as much time hanging with his fam as he can and just prioritizing a slow life where we work on our marriage, we build our finances up, and we just really work on ourselves as individuals and as a marriage unit. So that's what we've been focusing on. And the house that we live in right now is perfect for that in so many ways. We love our neighborhood. It's beautiful. It's so green. It's in nature. It's so safe. And it's also 20 minutes away from literally everything, even the closest grocery store. And if there's traffic, it's 35 plus minutes. So all of that to say, I don't have a whole lot of incentive to leave the house considering I work from home and I have literally no obligations outside of the house. So I work out from home. Yeah. So I just don't leave the house very often. And I love that. I'm very comfortable with that. I'm a homebody. However, I don't think it's the best thing for my growth. And I think that in order for me to get into the habit of leaving the house more frequently and being more social and getting out of my comfort zone, I need to make it a little bit easier. Because for me right now, I have this mental block where it's like, it feels hard mentally to get myself to go do social activities or to leave the house because it feels scary. You know, it's something that I haven't been doing a ton lately. And then I also have this physical block where I'm like, okay, if I'm going to get anywhere, it's going to take at least 25 minutes to get there, at least. And it's a whole ordeal. So I just don't really leave the house very often. And I need to make community. I want to start going to more workout classes and just getting out of the house more. So we've talked about a couple things, and one of which would be moving to Atlanta, which is where Louis' brother is currently playing baseball. Now, that was our plan. We were like almost sold on that. Then we started talking about Australia and we're like, maybe we just stay in Charlotte. And then we found out that Louis' brother might get drafted this summer. So if that happened, he would not be playing baseball at Georgia Tech, where he currently is. This kind of takes out a lot of the appeal of Atlanta. And the office that all of Louis' coworkers are in is getting shut down in Atlanta. So just a whole bunch of signs that are like, maybe Atlanta's not your place. So we're still considering it. They have Lifetime Fitness, which is, if you've ever been, it's like a luxury gym that has workout classes and is just like beautiful. I had it in Minnesota and I miss it so much. Like, I wouldn't have to go anywhere else. If I just had Lifetime in my house, that's enough. That's enough leaving the house for me. But yeah, so we're kind of not sold on Atlanta anymore. Traffic's really bad. There's only certain areas that I think we'd really like. We don't have a ton of community there. So we've also been thinking about staying in Charlotte, keeping our house, but renting an apartment in the city for a couple days a week. Now, I know that sounds excessive and expensive, and you're right, but hear me out. If we were to buy a house in that area, we would be paying way more than what our current mortgage is plus an apartment there. So we could get a 2-bedroom apartment and pay our current mortgage for less than what it would cost for us to buy a less nice house in that area. So it's kind of a way where we can try out what we think of living closer to the city in a walkable area. It's making it easier for me to leave the house. It's giving me more incentive to go to workout classes and to make new friends. And it's closer to Louis' work, so he can go into the office more frequently. And yeah, there's just a lot about it that sounds super appealing. So I was looking at apartments and it sounds really aligned, honestly. We could get an apartment that has a super nice gym. Almost every apartment in Charlotte has really, really good specials right now where it's 2 months free. And we would only plan on doing this as a short-term thing. I don't think I need a place downtown for a long period of time. However, this is a period of time where we don't have kids. I don't have a ton of community yet, and I don't have habitual places that I go. So I think once I build those routines, once it becomes easy and comfortable for me to go to those things, I will feel more advised to leave the house, even if we just keep our house in the suburbs, if that makes sense. So yeah, lots up in the air. How fun would it be though? We get to do all of the Charlotte apartment hunting videos. I get to furnish another place. We get to have city living, but then also on the weekends, we get to come back and have our serene nature escape. It's truly the best of both worlds. So I am fingers crossed that that would happen. We can afford it. We've bought a house that is well within our budget. We both are very frugal and good with our money. And I think it would improve our quality of life to make it worth it. So we're thinking about it. Obviously, I'll keep you guys updated, but yeah, I feel like it could be a really fun adventure. Okay, so this yogurt bowl that I've been making every single night is my new obsession. It is so good. I've always have a sweet tooth, and this is the best way to get nutrients in. You got the fiber from the berries, you got the protein from the yogurt, and I also homemade my granola, so it's not a bunch of added sugars, just sweetened with honey and maple syrup. And it is so satiating and delicious. So when I just came inside, my puppy followed, and I was so excited. I was like, does this mean you're gonna go on a walk? The second I started walking to the door, this little guy lays right down on the floor again. It's like he's allergic to going on walks with his mom. I don't understand. So something that I'm discovering, which is I think really cool, I have been probably 100 times more productive and chatty for sure than I would have been if I hadn't started a vlog for tonight, which is such a cool, like unexpected perk of having a YouTube channel. And there have been so many perks of having a YouTube channel, like especially now that I have been monetized, which is so exciting. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I will never get over the fact that I can make money just from sharing videos on my life. But there have been so many benefits to having a YouTube channel outside of that. Like the built-in accountability is something where it is the coolest thing. It encourages me to try new things. So a big reason that I want to move to the city and get a very walkable place is because of content. But I wouldn't be doing it if I didn't also want to do it. You know what I mean? Sounds stupid, but I know how good it would be for my growth to get out of the house more. I know how good it would be for building community. I know how good it would be for just experiencing life more fully. But if I didn't have this YouTube channel, I would probably just lean into the comfort. I would probably just choose the comfortable route, the cheaper route, the more frugal route, which would be not doing that and just staying put in the house that we're in. But I want to live a very full life. I want to live a life that is in alignment with my values, and the best version of me leaves the house every now and then. I don't need to be like the most social butterfly. I'm an introvert, and that's not something that I plan on changing. But I do believe that it is part of everyone, I think's journey on this earth is to spread love in whatever ways you can, you know, to shine God's love to other people in small ways. So yes, I could do that a little bit without leaving the house, and this YouTube channel is evidence of that. I just got a comment on one of my videos that's saying how empowering it is the way that I speak to myself, and I'm just like, it's happening. These are the things that I prayed for. This is what I hoped for when I started this channel. I was like, I want to have a positive impact on people. I want people to be inspired. I want them to be encouraged. I want them to watch my video and in some way, shape, or form, whatever that is, choose to live a better life. And the fact that people are actually commenting on my videos saying that is just the coolest thing in the entire world. And I just want to keep doing it. I want to keep getting better. I want to keep sharing the messages that God wants me to share with people. I want to keep being my authentic self, and I want to keep getting more comfortable being my full self online. And if you have a dream on your heart, I just want to encourage you to go for it. I want to encourage you to not focus on the outcome, but focus on the person that you will become in the pursuit of chasing that dream. I have to be a disciplined person in order for this YouTube channel to stay alive, because I have a full-time job. I have a husband that I want to prioritize the relationship with. I have our dog. I have my workout schedule. I have so many things that I also prioritize on top of this channel. And I need to be disciplined in order to get me to actually edit and to film and do all these things when I don't feel like it. I did not feel like filming today. I was like, I'm grumpy. I'm luteal. I don't want to do this. And now that I'm doing it, I'm having a blast. I'm loving it. I'm exploring so many topics in my brain that I didn't even know necessarily were going to come out. A lot of times I start filming and I don't know the words that are going to come out of my mouth, but God does. And He knows what message you need to hear. Maybe it's for you, maybe it's not for you in this episode. But yeah, I don't know. I'm rambling, and I've rambled a ton in this. Oh my gosh, I've been talking for 7 minutes. It's crazy. So I'm going to have to wrap up this vlog shortly because I have spoken so much. But yeah, all of that to say, pursue your dreams, not because your dreams are guaranteed to come true. There is no guarantee that I would ever have gotten monetized on YouTube. Well, I did get monetized, which is crazy, but it took a long time. And it's going to take a different amount of time no matter who you are. Because I also have tried posting on social media several times before this. I think I've had 4 different TikTok accounts. I've gone viral on TikTok twice, actually. Once was for a video of me praying over my dog's food. And we don't do this anymore, but we should, because he loved it. Every single time before we would release him to eat his food, I would say a prayer over the food, and he would sit there and wait patiently, and he'd look up at me. And if I didn't say the prayer, he would not eat his food. It was really cute. And I just got it on camera once, and people loved it. So that was the first time I ever experienced going viral. And at that, I was like, I want to be a dog mom account. So I literally just stopped posting about myself and I completely just switched it to being a Mishkwa fan account basically. And it didn't work out very well. People loved that one video, but there was not really any traction after that. And then the second time that I went viral, it was for a golf video. Guys, I'm not a golfer. My husband, he had a brief stint 2 years ago. He was my boyfriend at the time. We weren't even engaged. And he was obsessed with golf. He would spend every waking minute where he wasn't working or eating or working out or sleeping. He would be at the golf course. And I started going with him. And there was one time when we would always go to the course like super late at night. And it would be when no one else was there because the sun was going down. So no one would actually be able to play a full round, but we would just go through as many holes as we could. And there was one time when he said, no, you should play. Come play with me. So he was kind of like giving me some tips and stuff. And maybe I'll post these two things just so you can see what I'm talking about on my shorts. I'm super curious if they're going to do well on YouTube shorts like they did on the other channels. But it was the very last hole and I hit the ball directly into the bunker. And Louis just, for some reason, decided that he wanted to record me when I was doing this. So it was my first time ever trying to hit it out of a bunker. And I missed 4 times, like literally just like straight up swung and missed the ball because like I'm not good at golf. I had no patience for it. I didn't ever expect to actually be good, but it was just kind of fun to play along. So I'm hitting it out of the bunker. And not only do I hit it out of the bunker, okay, this was like my 3rd try hitting it out of there, but I did. I hit it, I made good contact. And not only did I hit it out of the bunker, but it hit the green. Not only did it hit the green, it rolled into the hole. Into the hole. I got a hole. I holed out from the bunker, apparently that's what it's called. But I didn't even, like the funniest part is I didn't know that was a big deal. Like Louis recording and you can hear his commentary in the background and his commentary is 100% why it went viral because it's the cutest thing in the entire world. He's like, oh my gosh, it's rolling towards the hole. Oh my gosh, it went in. And he's just like celebrating me so hard. And you can see him like his shadow with his bag on his back, like running towards the hole. And it's the funniest thing ever. And it was so cute. And I am just like, woohoo. Like I had no idea what I did. I didn't know it was like a big deal. I was like, cool, I made it in the hole. Isn't that like the point of golf? Like I did the thing you're supposed to do. But yeah, apparently making it in from a bunker into the hole is a big deal. So that was a little bit of virality that I had. And at that point I decided, oh, maybe I want to be a golf influencer. In order to be a golf influencer, you have to like golfing, and I didn't like golfing. So that was short-lived. I think I posted for 2 weeks doing that, and then I was like, yeah, I'm bored of this. Even if I could make a living off of this, I wouldn't want to because I didn't enjoy it. So that was when I was like, okay, I don't think I'm gonna do that. And then I kind of started a new TikTok account, and I was like, what am I passionate about? Faith, health, fitness, all of those things. So I started kind of posting about that. And then I think I've realized short form's just not the form of content for me. I love having these chatty blogs. I've been sitting here for talking to you guys for 12 minutes. 12 minutes, just straight yapping. You can't yap away on TikTok, and you have to produce so much content. It's give me 7 posts a day. I am too much of a perfectionist for that. I would much rather take my time, have one long, very thoughtful piece of content to give out per week or 2, something that's more sustainable than you need to just put out as many ideas as possible. No, that's not how my brain works. I would rather just have slow and steady, and that's why I've loved it. So I had literally less than 100 subscribers for the first 6 months of me posting every single week. But it was like there was so much work that went into it before there, years and years of work, but also just on this one singular YouTube channel, it was 9 months before I got monetized. But it was like no progress. And then 9 months happened just like that. So you never know. If you're chasing a goal, don't give up because the success you're looking for might just be on the other side of tomorrow. You never know how far away you are from it. So what if you're quitting one video before it would have been your video, So I'm so glad that I stuck with it. And I just had this mindset going into it. I was like, it's going to take a while. I knew that. I wasn't posting because I planned on making money right away. I wasn't posting because I planned on getting a ton of subscribers right away. I took the slow and steady approach, and I was like, no, I'm going to do this because I want a creative outlet. I want to document my life. I want to learn a new skill, which is video editing, storytelling, recording things. And I've gotten all those things. And the coolest part has been the person I've become in the process. My husband says it to me all the time, but I glow differently these days. I wake up and I'm so excited. I was kind of in a spot before where he was like my entire life. And if his mood was slightly off because he was having a bad day at work or something, I would have a really bad day too because that would be all I could think about. And it just wasn't healthy. It was like very codependent. And since I've started this YouTube channel, now that I have my own things that I'm passionate about and that I'm pursuing on my own, like I'm showing up differently. I have a new passion, a new purpose. And I just feel so proud of myself for doing the hard thing, doing the scary thing, doing the courageous thing, and pushing past the resistance and the doubts and the fears and doing the dang thing. So those are a lot of words. Oh, and you guys, I just bought a new camera. So look forward to that in the next video because it's one that you can wear on your body and do point of view shots. And I think there's just so many fun things that I can do with it. And I am trying to up my game here. I want to provide the most entertaining, cinematic, cool, interesting, inspiring, whatever words you want to fill in there, vlogs. And I'm just excited to keep honing in on my craft. So thank you so much for being here. That was a lot of words and a lot of different topics that I covered. That's how my brain works. So I really appreciate you being here. Thank you so much for making my dreams possible. Thank you so much for being here and for watching. And I really appreciate your encouragement. If you are new here, I would love it if you'd stick around and subscribe. Give me a comment down below. Let me know what you want to see more of because I'm doing this channel for you guys. I want this to be something that's super entertaining and useful for you. So let me know what you want to see. But until next time, I hope you have the very best day ever.